Joe James here with Mentorship Life Coaching. Thanks for watching. I have a question for you. Have you ever wanted to make a change in your life? I mean, truly make an impactful change that will change the quality of your life forever. Whether it's maybe you want to make some more money at work, maybe you want to lose some weight, get your health in order, maybe you want to make some more friends, maybe you just want to get closer to the friends and family that you already have. No matter what it is, it all starts with one thing. Are you ready for it? Right here. It's your thought process. It's your point of view. It's where you're heading in life. If you're constantly bitching and complaining about how rough life is and how crappy things are and why it's so bad for you and so rough for you, then that's really going to get you the poor results, because if you're always looking for the negative and you're always putting the negative out there, that's what you're going to get. Now, if you change that point of view and you say, hey, I'm going to look for something positive. I'm going to go for the positive point of view, take the positive out of every situation. That's when you're going to find the real opportunities to change. And then if you just drive home with yourself that that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get up and run every day. That's how you're going to lose the weight. I'm going to start eating healthy. I'm going to get rid of the crap food. I'm going to get rid of the fast food. I'm going to get rid of the chips and the pop and all the stuff that makes you big and fat and lazy. I'm going to get out there and run. I'm going to get out there and exercise. I'm making a change in my life. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not the perfect fit yet, but I'm well on my way. I've already lost 40 pounds, and I'm continuing to go down this path for myself and for those around me. I'm sharing this today because I want to give back. I want to help people in the way that I've been helped in the past, and I want to help change your life to the way that you want to have it. So come with me, and let me tell you about my story. When I was a young man, I had a hunger, I had an ambition. It was something I always wanted to do. I always wanted to change people's lives. I wanted to change my life. I looked at the most successful people in the world and I studied these people. These people had it all. They had money and wealth and love and family. Well, what do all these people do? What do all these people have in common? They work hard. While somebody else is in bed, these people are working. They are striving to make the difference. They are striving to be the first to market. They are striving to be the first one out of the gate to do anything. What is time? Well, that's a funny question you might ask. What is time? Well, time is emotion. And what is emotion? Emotion is how we live moment to moment. Through happiness and health and wealth, but sadness and anger and depression. These are all the things that we live day to day through this so-called time. But emotion, if you want to change something, you need to change it up here. This is where it changes. It's in your head and in your heart and in your soul, in your body. It's what you truly believe you are. My story started back in high school. I was a young, ambitious man. I went to all the parties, I had all the friends, we had all kinds of fun. After I graduated high school, I moved halfway across the country to get a working oil field. Now, this was a huge shocker to me. I mean, it was long hours, hard days, no days off or little days off. Yeah, I mean, the money was good, but it wasn't great. And I spent all this time, there's that word again, time. I spent all this time and effort working for somebody else. That I was away from my friends, away from my family, away from all these things that meant the most to me. So, what did I do? Well, I quit that job. And I got a job locally, working Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, weekends off. Sure, I took a pay cut, but I also had more time around those that I loved. There's a concept. Time. With loved ones. Emotion. So, what did I do next? Well, I met someone. I settled down, I got married. I had a child. I have the most beautiful little girl. Oh, she means the world to me. And just seeing the spark in her eye, seeing how smart she is, the things that she does, she is my biggest inspiration. But at the time, I didn't think so. At the time, these people around me, they weren't supportive of what I wanted to do. They weren't supportive of the changes I wanted to make in my life. I mean, my friends and my family, my loved ones, they were almost negative, telling me, you can't do it. You'll never succeed. Oh, that takes a lot of money. That takes a lot of skill. Go back to school, get a better job. So what did I do? Well, I didn't have the money to go to school. So I thought, why don't I get a better job? So I went to work for the railroad. Now, I don't know if any of you know this, but the railroad is not some local Monday to Friday job. It's 24/7, 365, on call with a 2-hour notice. That's right, no matter what time of day it is, 2 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, it doesn't matter. When you get called, you go to work. Now again, yeah, the money was better, but I was away from my daughter, I was away from my wife, I was away from the loved ones in my life. This made me truly sad. You know, I almost grew a depression. Well, 1 year from the date that I was hired for the railroad, I got laid off. I can remember right now. It was December 3rd, 2012. I got a phone call saying, in 10 days you'll be laid off. This was right before Christmas. I thought, who does this on Christmas? What kind of a person could live with themselves, laying somebody off right before Christmas? I was beyond myself. I was angry. So what did I do? Well, I knew I had to work. I knew I couldn't just lay around and be a bum. How would I pay my mortgage? How would I pay my bills? So I did what any decent person would do. I went and found another job. I got a job for a company that specialized in professional home theater installations, whole house music, home automation, security systems, and much more. This stuff really interested me. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. It was fun. But yet, I had this misery, this pain in my life, and I would just dwell on it. How could people be happy when people are out to get them, out to screw them? There was a man working there. His name was Phil. And Phil had this way of thinking. He had this positive way about him, where he always told me, if you think positively and you stay happy and you treat those around you well, then good things will come to you. I thought, I don't know what kind of drugs he's on, but I want some. Well, he wasn't on any drugs. These were the affirmations that he had put in his mind. These were the things that he had set his heart and his soul to. These are the goals that he wanted out of his life. Treat others as you want to be treated. What you put out there comes back around. And if you put a lot of negative out, if you put out a lot of negative energy, it's just going to push negative energy right back your way. But when you put out positive energy, I mean when you really put it out there and you help somebody and you change them, What a feeling. Phil sat me down one day and he said, Joe, if you could just imagine something you really want. I said, well, I want a new truck. He said, okay, great. He said, now, go out there to your truck you have now. And he said, I want you to clean that truck. I want you to wash it. I want you to vacuum it. I want you to wipe it down. I want you to treat that truck as if it was the brand new truck you already had. He said, now what I want you to do is I want you to go to a dealership. I want you to find out the price of that truck and the payments you'd be making on it. He said, now I want you to go home and write this information down. Once you know what those payments are going to be, he said, you don't have to make that full payment, but just take $25, take $50, take $100, and put it away in a savings every month off of every paycheck. And before you know it, you'll have that new truck. And then you'll be positive and happy and you'll want to share this information with somebody else. At the time, how could I do that? Well, I was spending that money on coffee and alcohol. All these things I didn't need for myself. All these things were just affecting me negatively. So, what did I do? I found out the information. I started to save that little bit of money every month. So I started saving all this money and I got my truck. I actually got my new truck. This was such a change for me. It was like a light bulb had gone off. I was so happy, so excited. You know, one of these obstacles in life that I thought I could never get, I could never accomplish this goal. And I did. Just by changing the way I thought. Of course I couldn't afford to go and buy the truck outright, but by saving that little bit of money, you know, a little bit at a time, every paycheck. Wow, what a difference that made. I was so happy. And then it turned me. I started to look at different things in my life. You know, I wanted to lose some weight. I wanted to get in better shape. So what did I do? Well, I went and got a free membership at a gym. First month free, just to try it out. I started running. I started lifting weights. I started eating better, taking care of me. I mean, if I could buy a truck, and I mean, me, who was I? I was nobody. But if I could save the money to buy a new truck, I could do anything. I was so happy. Wow. Then the darker side of my life happened. I ended my marriage. You know, you find all these positive changes in your life, things that really motivate you and drive you, and those people around you don't support you because they still have their minds set to those negative ways. Their thinking is so backwards, just like I used to be. Just like things you can probably relate to now. And they wouldn't change. So I decided it was time to walk away. Get away from the negative people in my life. It was funny, the minute I got away from the negative people, I started meeting positive people. I started putting people who influenced me into my life. I started surrounding me with people who cared about me and wanted to give something better to the people around them. You know, it's truly funny. The more good that you put out there, the more that comes back to you. And same goes, if you put negative out there, the negative comes back around and it bites you in the ass every time. Trust me, I've been there. I know. So as life went on, I met somebody new. Somebody very much like me, like the new me. Positive and loving. Caring. She loves her family. She has a great relationship with her mother, her sister, her nephews. It's awesome. I've never been happier, and I continue to grow. I continue to save more money. I continue to make more money. People want to be around positive people. I've never had a better relationship than I do with my daughter right now. Things are great. Look, I don't mean to boast and brag about my life and my relationships and things that are happening to me, but I just want you to know that you can have these things too. You can make the changes. You can really make it happen for you. It's such a great feeling. It's such a great feeling to have this. If you like what you see, please subscribe. Hit the like button. Leave a comment in the section below. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. And don't forget to check out my website, www.backandforthmarketing. That's BACKANDFOURTH marketing.com.